So friends, after abusing the rule of law and the Constitution over and over and over again in so many ways over the past year, Donald Trump has now launched an attack on a sovereign nation, Venezuela, with no legitimate legal justification whatsoever. You know, America has learned the hard way. Elect a convicted felon president, expect a lawless presidency. Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, not only did Donald Trump attack a sovereign nation, but he went on to announce that the U.S. will now, quote, run Venezuela. That he will run Venezuela. You know, the lawlessness of what Donald Trump has done is rivaled only by its dangerousness and capacity to destabilize. Indeed, its capacity to destabilize all around the globe. Let's start with the new reporting. This from the Associated Press. Headline, Capture of Maduro and U.S. claim it will run Venezuela raise new legal questions. One might even say they raise illegal questions. The article begins. The Trump administration's capture of Venezuela's president and plans to, quote, run the country are raising stark new questions about the legality of the U.S. moves under a broader campaign against the South American nation. The middle-of-the-night seizure of Nicolas Maduro, who was being transported on a U.S. warship to face narco-terrorism conspiracy charges in New York, is beyond even the most high-profile historical examples of aggressive American actions toward autocratic governments in Panama, Iraq, and beyond, legal experts said. It came after a surprise U.S. incursion into the Venezuelan capital, rocked with overnight explosions. And friends, the experts are weighing in, quote, this is clearly a blatant, illegal, and criminal act, said Jimmy Garul, a Notre Dame Law School professor and former assistant U.S. attorney. Mark Nevitt, a former Navy attorney who now teaches at Emory University School of Law, said, quote, I see no legal basis for us to go into another country and take a leader without an extradition treaty. The stunning development caps months of aggressive U.S. military action in the region, including the bombings of boats accused of trafficking drugs and seizures of oil tankers off the coast of Venezuela. The administration has conducted 35 known boat strikes against vessels, killing more than 115 people since September. Michael Schmidt, a former Air Force lawyer and professor emeritus at the U.S. Naval War College, said the entire operation, the boat strikes, as well as the apprehension of Maduro, are a clear violation of international law. House Speaker Mike Johnson said, the administration is working to schedule briefings for lawmakers when they return to Washington next week. But Democratic lawmakers warned that in veering from the rule of law, the administration is potentially green-lighting other countries, such as China or Russia, to do the same thing. This quote from Senator Mark Warner, quote, once this line is crossed, the rules that restrain global chaos begin to collapse, and authoritarian regimes will be the first to exploit it, said Senator Mark Warner of Virginia, the top Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee. Quote, America's strength comes from our commitment to the rule of law, democratic norms, and constitutional restraint, he said. When we abandon those principles, even in the name of confronting bad actors, we weaken our credibility, endanger global stability, and invite abuses of power that will long outlast any single presidency. Next week, the Senate is expected to try again to curtail Trump's actions, with a vote expected on a bipartisan war powers resolution that would block the use of U.S. forces against Venezuela unless authorized by Congress. So, friends, in the coming days, I'll be interviewing military law experts, law professors, and others here on Justice Matters to drill down on the dangerous lawlessness of what Donald Trump and his administration are doing. But for now, suffice it to say that if this ain't the stuff of impeachment, I don't know what is. Because an American president can't just declare that he will now, quote, run a foreign sovereign nation. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.